This is a time of year, instant knee-jerk reaction time, future Hall of Famers, all right? Could be coming from here, according to some. Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys 2019 undrafted free agents. Serious? We're going into draft cap mode, okay? At least one more time, all right? So, this is a time of year, instant knee-jerk reaction time, future Hall of Famers, all right? Could be coming from here, according to some, but not really. Cowboys have a history of hitting on a few, undrafted guys throughout the years, but there's also been some that have been pretty disappointing. For every Miles Austin, you have a George Farmer. For every Tony Romo, you have a Dustin Vaughn. I mean, the list goes on and on, all right? We've had a lot of guys coming here with a lot of hoopla, a lot of potential, and people just getting a little bit, overboard. So I just want to tell you guys to temper your expectations, all right? We'll be lucky if one of these guys can come out of here and be a gem. But for the most part, a lot of these guys don't make it. In fact, a lot of times, this list of 13 players will continue to churn, and they'll bring in other people. Some people will get cut. For these guys, the most important for these undrafted guys are, you have to play. You have to play through pain, play through injury. If you're gonna miss time, you're probably out of there. All right. So, can the Cowboys find somebody that can beat out a Lance Lenoir? These types of players, these guys on the bottom edge of your roster. That's really what these undrafted prospects can bring to the table. But last year we had a lot of guys that were totally in love, head over heels over the safeties. They didn't do anything. You just gotta temper your expectations. It's just really what it is. I'm already seeing it a lot right now. Hey, we signed this guy. Have you looked at this guy? Like, I've seen them. They're undrafted for a reason, and Cowboys weren't the only team that passed on all these guys. But nevertheless, we will go over the list here real quick on who the Cowboys, brought in here, right? Most notable, Larry Allen Jr. A lot of people getting really excited about this player out of Harvard. This is Larry Allen, the beast of beasts for the Cowboys. They're kicking the tires. They're seeing if they can develop him into something. But, guys, don't expect him to be Larry Allen, all right? It's a name. You got to see it. You got to see it on the field at the NFL level. That's the same for all these guys. But he's a guy to look at. Nate Hall, linebacker out of Northwestern. Daniel Weiss, defensive tackle out of Kansas. Some people say he has an upper hand because there's a relationship between Will McClay and the Weiss family and that kind of thing. We'll see about that. I do like that pick, though. I do like Daniel Weiss. I think he did good in that East-West Shrine game. He popped off the screen for me first time I saw him. So that one, I actually did see him. And then obviously Chris Westry, all right? This is a player that we mocked in a lot of mock drafts as a 7th round kind of guy. Has the height, 6'4". Cowboys met with him. John Vea Johnson is another prospect the Cowboys are signing. He's a wide receiver out of Toledo. He would be like a return guy that they would take a look at in the return game. And he's a spark player, so very athletic wide receiver. Same for Jalen Guyton, another guy that they signed out of North Texas. He's another guy that has a good spark number. So these two wide receivers, very athletic. Let's see if they can, turn it on and make something. Push these guys that are at the bottom of the roster, whether it's Tavon Austin, Lance Lenoir, Noah Brown, these guys, all right? That's really what you want. You want to churn that bottom out with better talent. Andrew Dowell, linebacker out of Michigan State. They brought him in. Derek Pooney, offensive line out of Central Missouri. They brought him in. And Brandon Knight, another offensive lineman out of Indiana. Ricky Walker, defensive tackle out of Virginia Tech. I liked him as well in the East-West Shrine. I actually thought he would be drafted, and I think he's a little bit underrated. So I like the defensive tackles they brought in, Daniel Weiss and Ricky Walker. Those guys, I think, have potential, all right? That's the key word, they have potential. Justin Phillips, linebacker out of Oklahoma State. Cowboys met with him during the draft process at the Combine. So there's ongoing interest there with him. And Mitch Hyatt, offensive tackle out of Clemson. This is a guy that we studied very early on. He gives you position flex. He can move inside to guard, and he can play on the outside. He's a 4-year senior, so or is he 5? He's a senior classman there out of Clemson. So Cowboys like the leadership from him. He's a possible low-key guy to take a look at, and close it out with Luke Gifford, linebacker out of Nebraska. All right, so that's your list. 13 guys. That's the max that you can sign. 13 players. Let me know what you guys think about these players that the Cowboys brought in as undrafted free agent rookies. All right, and are any of you guys head over heels in love with any of these guys? If so, temper the expectation, like I said. All right, and let's just cross our fingers and hope that we can continue to churn the bottom of this roster. Get rid of some of these guys that have been kind of lingering here, haven't been doing much. That's what you want. You want people to push Noah Brown, Tavon, Darius Jackson. You want these guys to be pushed. The offensive linemen, your D linemen, everybody. All right, your safeties. They brought in a lot of players. So your drafted rookies plus your undrafted players. This is really, like I said, this is going to be a really good training camp, mini camps and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun, right? But if you're not on the field, you're out of here. That's just, there's no room for that on this roster anymore. This roster is pretty talented. We are still a few guys away, obviously, but it's going to be an uphill battle for a lot of these players, even the guys that we drafted in the mid rounds. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope that the right guys get selected and push off some of these other ones that are not quite getting it done for us. But let me know what you guys think of these guys that we brought in. Anybody stand out for you? Anybody that you really believe in wholeheartedly? Let me know in the comments, all right? If you like this content, hit the like button, guys. Really do appreciate all the love you guys have been showing over the draft season. We'll have a lot of cool things coming up here for the channel. I really can't wait to go over that. It's going to be nonstop. I don't take breaks here even in the off season. I like to give you guys very good informative information, and I will continue that. All right, there's no breaks here. So continue to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you for the next video, guys. Peace.